Okay, folks, how you doing? Okay, a little bit more about me. Um, I was born in England. Then I came over here to America so my dad could get me away from the Nazi takeover of England. And people, people might not realize it, but we did not win World War II. Hitler faked his own death. Then our government went ahead and investigated him. They they never found out what happened with him. Russia went ahead and told us that the body was not Adolf Hitler. That's why the Democratic Nazis want to go to war with Russia. But you gotta understand, if you look at the history, Russia has been on the side of good every war except for a couple of them. But for the most part, they are trying to get away from communism because they realize socialism is the first step towards evil communism. And what will happen is the democratic socialists will get in charge and then give away America to the Chinese communists. They're already trying really hard to take over. If you look, I remember Barack Obama give away the with Suez Canal or Suez Canal or whatever down there, so you can get from the Atlantic over to the Pacific without going around. But then he gave away one of our ports here in California, but thankfully Trump bothered to make sure it was a national security issue and got it back. Because, as far as I can tell, the Chinese are taking over everything. They've already taken over our music and movie industry, along with the satanic pedophiles. Because socialism works for the satanic pedophiles. Because if you want a bunch of slaves, when no one can have a gun besides the people in charge of the slaves, because you do not want your slave to have a gun. But the people in charge of the slaves can have guns. That way, if you shoot someone, oh, I thought I had a gun, and you can use that excuse for anything. But if everyone allowed to have a gun, you can't use that excuse. And they could have a buyback, but in order to have a buyback, you would have to sell everyone in America a gun first. So the government needs to have a thing where they're distributing guns, really high-tech guns. They have a fingerprint activated safety, but as soon as you activate the safety, it puts out a signal and every camera in the area gets turned on and focused in on your gun. So that they have a bunch of different videotapes of everything that's going on. Think about it. You can't have a buyback unless you sell us a gun. You want a gun registry. The only way to have a good gun registry is to register because you sell us directly, but nothing else. Because there's some people that will gladly have one of the gun from the government instead of going around to a private company. So, I would personally rather have a gun from the government, but then I have the gun. But I want private people to have their own guns, because You never know what we're gonna need them for. Maybe the Chinese will take over America. The reason no one invaded America is because everyone has a gun. And the Democrats are trying to get rid of our protection. You see how good gun control works in Mexico? Not a single person dies from a legally owned gun, and they have a really high murder rate. But at least you can know none of them were by a legally owned gun. So that makes you feel better. Think about it. People die without guns. They have no right to have guns, but the drug dealers and stuff and the gangsters have guns. But the citizens do not have guns, so they're not scared of the citizens. If everyone had a gun, it would be a lot safer. I mean, they're crazy people and stuff should not have guns. I understand that. But, if people want to have a gun, they should be able to get a gun from the government. But if you want to register of everyone, you have to sell everyone a gun. That's the only way to have your legal registry. Until you can know where your guns are. But I think that's completely stupid. Okay, and another thing. Okay, I've been talking about this for a while. We have a supercomputer. The supercomputer can make millions of simulated copies. And every American controls 1,000 simulated copies of themselves. That way we won't have to deal with slavery in the future. Because they already predicted the next Civil War thing will be the whole robot slavery. Because once we get robots creating other robots, the next thing will become robot slavery. And I've been seeing a lot of videos about people wanting to put robots and technology into them. I think that's completely stupid. I want to go into technology. I don't want technology into me. I want to have the control over it by being able to be inside of it. But if it is in you, I feel like it has control over you. If you are in it, you have control over it. Everyone's seen I'm presuming everyone's seen enough movies inside and stuff. If you're inside, you have control over the person or the object. So why would you go ahead and put them into you so they have control over you? I mean, think about it. I understand some of the things are there to keep you alive and tell you. You need to put a pacemaker into you. But then the computer or the artificial intelligence has control over your pacemaker, so they have control over you. But if you are in the computer, they can never turn themselves off. Nothing can ever be destroyed on the computer. So you go ahead and your conscious, your thought process can live forever. Your physical body might not, but the government can go ahead and they can cure blindness by giving you an eyeglass camera set and access to copies of you on the supercomputer. They can tell you what's going on, so that copies of you and the digital computer can see what is out in front of you and give you the information of what's going on. But I'm thinking we have 1,000 copies of ourselves. Okay, from the government, we just go ahead and we do our basic, we do our information, our basic life log information. They'll make the copies exactly the same as you. You know, you have 1,000 copies of yourself. You know, that way they can work for private companies. If they have internet access, you can go over and work at any private company, and they will give you 10 cents an hour. Oh, you know, that's just so low. Well, Amazon gives you 10 cents an hour. A credit card company gives you 10 cents an hour. Google gives you 10 cents an hour. Plus, you know, then we got Facebook, Facebook, LifeLog when you work for the government. It's, you just have so many copies spread out all over the whole entire, well, you can do it over the whole entire U.S. I'm sure other five countries will get involved with their own copies of their own citizens, and then they can link up to our supercomputer, and our supercomputer can take care of America, and their supercomputer can take care of their own citizens. And they all talk together. We can know what is going on. And the whole world, I don't believe in taking money from the rich and giving it to the poor. I believe in making the poor rich, and by giving the ability to use the technology we have already to help make them rich. Because what you're doing is you want to punish the people that have already become rich by the system we have to have in the past. And you can create a new system and punish them under the new system. Why not go ahead and just expand your systems to the lower income people have copies of themselves? I'm a legal resident, so I would much rather have the government give me access to all of the information they have of me, because that way I have part of my information over at Amazon, then I have part of my information with the government, part of my information with Social Security. You know, it's just, why can't it just all be gathered in one place so I can make 1,000 copies of myself and keep track of what is going on? My credit card information is all over the place through these other big companies, and you are not giving anyone, the government is not helping you keep track of your own credit. They're reporting your credit, but you know, you have to go to a private company to get your information. Why can't I just go to the government to get my information? They have my credit report, they have the government report. Everything the government has, we should have access to. I don't want to have to pay a private company to talk to the government to get me my information. I should be able to log on to a specific website. Okay, and we're worried about people hacking and using it. The only way you can get to the private website that has all your information is through the government cell phone, which has a fingerprint ID and facial recognition. Because not only one camera, it has 4 cameras on the front, so it gets the angle from the forward, the side, the back, all at the same time, so they really understand where your face is. and they can verify that it's you. That way you get an accurate information, and then you are logged on to your own personal website. No more getting screwed over by private companies giving their information hacked. But if you're on a supercomputer, have you ever heard of the supercomputer getting hacked? If all of our information is locked up on the supercomputer and we're using a special cell phone to access it, the ability to hack that problem would be a lot harder. Okay, but I'll tell you more. Bye.